Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, we're yapping about the NFC playoff hunt. There's still 3 teams that have a chance to make the NFC playoffs. It's an insane race. Their teams are so top heavy in that conference. Let's go! This team up is the Detroit Lions. After a huge Thursday night win against the Dallas Cowboys, they have a 58% chance to make the playoffs. The Cowboys got shot. But this has been an unlucky season, if we're going to be honest. The teams above them all have 8 or 9 wins. I'm pretty sure they just got their 8th win, but everybody else has 8 or 9 wins as well. It is so close, so competitive. Anybody with one loss could really drop out at this point. So, the Lions do need more help than other teams, but they just need to keep winning, just like every other team. Jared Goff, just a typical Jared Goff season, the best game manager probably in the NFL. He turns over the ball at a high rate, a little bit, but when he's playing good, you're like, dang, I wish I could have him as my quarterback because he just does what he needs to do. And that's all you need from your quarterback in today's game, unless you want to win a Super Bowl. The offensive line is pretty dang good. Top 10 in pressure rate allowed, 34%. In the running game, they're bread and butter. 2.1 yards before contact. 2 yards before contact. That's insane for Gibbs and Monty. And look at how good they're doing. As of late, they've been on a crazy run. Jahmyr Gibbs in fantasy football is putting up 30 points every other week. 3 touchdowns every other week. I think we need to be aware of what we're watching with Jahmyr Gibbs. This may be one of the better running backs of all time. This past week, he tied Barry Sanders. For the most touchdowns through their first 3 years of his career. It's a crazy pace, man. Jahmyr Gibbs he can do everything. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He makes a man miss every time he touches the ball. Every single time. The first person to come at him, you're not making the tackle. Trust me. Monty on the other side had a great run against the Cowboys. Their offense, you know it's good. J-Mo, Amon-Ra, Tesla. Amon-Ra coming back. Dude, this guy's like Superman. He just drank a Coke. His dad said, hey, drink a Coke, buddy. Right, you'll be good. Drink a Coke and see what happens. But Amon-Ra's the guy he'd skip his wife's birth of his kid to play a game of football. He would. He's a dog. Amon-Ra should be every single young wide receiver's favorite receiver because he blocks like a dog. He just plays for passion. And I love Amon-Ra for that. Unlike George Pickens. Yeah. They did lose Laporta. They've lost 2 of their top tight ends, which sucks for the way they play the game with a lot of 12 personnel. But hey, when the Lions play clean football, they are really hard to beat. You don't want to play this team in the wild card match? They're probably going to beat you. The defensive side of the ball. Aiden Hutchinson continues to get better as the season goes on. Remember, he's coming back from an ACL tear. Those usually are 2-year. You got to work it up and you'll be full strength in 2 years. As we've seen, he had his best game Thursday night. Pressure galore. I think he had almost 10 pressures. But I hope it keeps getting better. They need the pressure. He's the only man on that line that gives them any pressure whatsoever. And it sucks because they run man 40% of the time. When can you run man without getting pressure? Good luck. But before last week, we hadn't seen it. They were getting destroyed through the air. Before this past week against the Cowboys, which I'd say the Cowboys kind of beat themselves, turnovers. I'm not going to lie. They were still running man a poop load at the time. George Pickens just wasn't active. CeeDee Lamb was frying them before he got hurt. If he stayed in the game, they probably would have scored a lot more points. But hey, 38% pressure rate. It's not bad. 1.5 yards to ball carriers before they get touched, which is middle of the pack. It's a middle of the pack defense. But what they struggle with is the big plays due to running man-to-man so much and not getting pressure. It takes one good offensive play call, a nice set of blocks, and boom, gash play. They're first in the league with 24 30-plus yard plays given up. Amik Robertson. Rock Ya-Sin's been playing fine, but that secondary is hurt with Kirby Joseph not being available. This team was always hurt. The Cowboys offense, like I said, it made them look better. But upcoming, they have the Rams. Tough matchup. Steelers. Tough matchup. Vikings. Vikings got 9. And then the Bears. Like I said, this NFC playoff race, it's going to get heated up. This week is important. as we've already seen with one game, there's multiple games coming up. The Lions should be a shoe-in because I see a team falling out of that top range. The Bears. Currently with the second best odds on the outskirts of the playoffs are the Carolina Panthers, who have a 23% chance of getting in. And I'm telling you, this is better than a 23% chance. The Bucks have been horrible. And the Panthers and Bryce Young, we need to start paying attention. This is the third year of a rebuild where they gave away a fat load for Bryce Young, which the Bears, dude, they got so many pieces. They got an O tackle. They got DJ Moore, Caleb Williams. I could keep going on for days. That's such a bad trade, but they're still on pace for a quick trajectory. If they make the playoffs this year, we have to look at the Panthers as like, damn, if they keep adding, they'll be here for a couple years, especially with Bryce. But my issue with this, winning the division's going to not matter if a team is underneath 500 or near one game better than 500. There's such a discrepancy. Neither of these teams, the Bucks or the Panthers, should make the playoffs over a team like the Lions. It's horrible. It's been the past 4 years it's been like this, where a team that's one game over 500, one game under 500 makes the playoffs over teams that just better. But the Panthers have had two of the best wins of the season, beating the best two teams in their conference, the Rams and the Packers. One on the road, one at home. Bryce Young continues to confuse every football watcher. Some days he throws for 300, 2 touchdowns, looks like a freaking beast. Looks like that number one pick we were waiting for with his touch is beautiful. His over-the-top balls are awesome to watch. And the O-line continues to play great. 36% pressure rate, 1.48 yards before contact to RBs. They have a pretty good running back duo in Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. I'm sorry, Rico Dowdle. They're not going to give you the ball the rest of the season. You have incentives that cost them some money. Sorry, bro. The offensive scheme has been kicking butt. Tet McMillan, Leggett, Jalen Coker, the young receivers have been making an impact. Hey, and you see the Panthers, the way they're building their receiver core. They're all big and athletic and decently fast. How do you guard Leggett, Coker, and McMillan? They're all 6'3", 210 plus. That's pretty hard to cover. But the rookie class has been not been great. The rookie class has been fine. It's been nothing but Ted McMillan. Those fans treated like they had the best draft class of the season. It's not that hot. The defense. J.C. Horn and Derek Brown are absolute ballers. J.C. Horn almost won them a game against the Niners. Derek Brown sealed the game against the Rams. But their pass rush is the worst in the NFL. And guess what? The second and third round pick were on edge players. So, yeah. And they still have the worst pass rush in the league. So we haven't seen much out of the draft class, I'd say. 1.9 yards per 4 contact to rushers. Horrible. 28% pressure rate. Horrible. Opponent's third down conversion rate, 44, 29th in the league. They're giving up 120 rushing yards per game. The defense is not that great. You have J.C. Horn. Trayvon Morrig is fine around the line of scrimmage, but through the air, he is horrible. It's crazy. That's the exact opposite I thought he was going to be like through the draft process. He still got the Raider in him, though, punching Juwan Jennings in the nuts. That was crazy. But the team is fine. It can compete with the Buccaneers. It'll be a one and done in the playoffs, but the Bucks, they could win this division for sure. Next up, they got the Saints. They have the Bucks twice in the next 4 weeks. They're currently on bye. They come back, play the Saints, Bucks, Seahawks, Bucks again. It's insane. I fully expect them to come back on the Bucks. The Bucks have been bad. They have Bucky back now, but besides that, they've been horrible. Nothing's easy for them in that offense since Liam Cohen has left. It's like I keep saying it. These last few weeks are going to be crazy. There is a half game difference between these two teams. It's anybody's matchup. If I were betting on this, I'd put money on the Panthers. They have better odds. They play each other twice. They've been playing better football. It's crazy. I'm excited for the end of that division. The third and final team with a slim playoff chance at the moment is the Dallas Cowboys. After the loss to Detroit on Thursday, their playoff hopes were pretty much shot. It's down to an 8% chance as they're 6-1. This was the year, as all Cowboys fans, were saying before the season started, and it's just another wasted year for the Cowboys. They just put it together at the wrong time. Dak plays well, insanely well. CeeDee putting up another great season. They both get another year older. Pickens, you got to pay George Pickens what he wants. You could franchise tag him. That's the Jerry way. They're definitely going to franchise tag him. Flournoy has showed sparks as a weapon on the outside. Tony Ferguson, since he signed his contract, has been a non-factor after starting the year very high. Javonte Williams also started the year on a heater. And after that, he has been shut down. Him catching the ball is like a negative 2-yard gain every time. He doesn't make a man miss anymore. I'm really confused on Javonte Williams. Obviously, he can't handle the bell cow work. They should have been splitting carries. The O-line is still good, and it got younger with Tyler Booker. 35% pressure rate, 1.3 yards before contact to rushers. It's not bad. My issue is the defense. They had a defense. Everyone was worried about the defense. They're top 5 in pressures. Quinnen Williams has came in and changed this team's rushing defense for the best. You could not expect an impact like Quinnen Williams mid-season, the way he's done. It's just this past week they ran into Jahmyr Gibbs and Monty. The Lions have second best rushing attack behind the Bills, so you're screwed. But Trevion Diggs missing time. What's new? Deron Bland has been fine. Besides, Gibbs absolutely embarrassed that bro on Thursday. Oh my God. It was just too little too late for the Cowboys. They needed to win earlier in the season. 2 losses that they're going to be thinking about. The losses to the Cardinals and the Panthers. They shouldn't have lost either of those games. And that is why they're very slim odds of making the playoffs, if not any. They need help. They got to win and pray is what it's looking like. They get to play the Vikings. They get to play the Chargers, Commanders, and Giants. I'm not going to say it's impossible because they should be able to win all 4 of those games, especially with the Chargers missing their 2 tackles. They're a very different team after that. Commanders actually got Jaden Daniels back, so I should chill on that. Giants, Dart's back. Actually, they could lose any of these games. It's still doable, though. But it's just another year for Cowboys fans. Next year is the year. As these 3 NFL teams stay in the hunt with 5 weeks remaining in the regular season, who do you think has a chance? Like I stated, I see the Panthers catching the Bucks. They play each other twice. I see the Lions finding a way to get into the playoffs because some team has a meltdown. The Cowboys are fried. And I'll see y'all boys tomorrow.